Hello again, and back, and lots to do today. This is the Mahl stick that we've been working on, and I've given it several coats of shellac. I'll give it one more and just show you. I was keeping it in one of these bottles. This is as it came, and it turns out if you leave it for long enough you can't get the top off these bottles for love nor money. So I scalpeled it off and put it in an old Terps container, which has worked just fine. Now what you should remember about this stuff is it's highly flammable, and so I keep my cloth in a metal tin, and I'll show you what I do. There's just enough action on this so that you don't get jammed up. All I do is I pour a small amount of shellac onto the cloth and just rub it on. And I've done this every time I've walked past it for about the last 2 or 3 days. It's probably had 2 dozen coats by now. That's all there is to it. But just look at the shine on that. And can you see the end piece? You're not going to see this end piece very much more, nobody will. But you can see the difference between the polished ebony and the unpolished. Now, I'll do the other one. I don't really need to pour any more on, but I will, just so it's as even as I can make it. And this dries really quickly. It'll be dry in just a few minutes, and each layer you put on makes it shinier and shinier and more protected. There we go. Can you see that? It's a beautiful thing. And as a control experiment, I've been doing this oak one at the same time. Again, not very much to it at all, just run that all over it. If you put too much on it, I think the term is jammy, it goes jammy. It starts to stick and you know you've overdone it at that point, and you just have to leave it to dry. But this has been perfect. I'll put that away and leave that up to dry. Now I've been waiting for this to arrive, which is an epoxy glue, and quite easy to use. What I want to do is to fasten the copper end piece, when I find it, here, this piece, onto the ebony. Remember to put the top on that. Now, if you remember this will be polished up again, and at the moment I've got the silver end cap on it, but I won't keep that on there whilst I am gluing it, because this is hollow. Now this is quite fast working. Some of them that you buy, oh, there's even a little stick to mix it with. Some of them that you buy take up to 72 hours to cure. This apparently it dries in 5 minutes, so we'll have to work fairly quickly. I'm just using a bit of old cardboard to mix it up on. It's 5 minutes to dry, 15 minutes you can handle it, and an hour is fully bonded, it says. I'm not going to trust that. What I'm going to do is mix it, get it on there as quickly as I can. I'm just talking to you the same time giving that a chance for the shellac to dry where I'm going to handle it. I shall smear this on with the little mixer that they've given me, pop it onto the end. It's already dry, this. Pop it onto the end like that. I need to find it doesn't fit anymore. Why would that be? I wonder if by putting shellac on it, it's made this expand just a touch. I have an answer. This is the answer. Yeah, it's going to need a bit more. I want to make sure that this thing fits properly before I put any glue on it. Okay, well, I don't know if it was the cold in here or whatever's happened, but I've had to just adjust the ebony a little bit to make this copper piece fit on, just with a little bit of sandpaper, but it's doing it now. So I'm now ready. Put that there and hopefully it won't fall off. To mix up the epoxy glue. Now the glue, it says point it away from yourself. And put an equal amount of that. Part B. Look at me doing it back to front. And that. Part A. And mix them up, which is what this is for. Now the stuff goes off quite quickly, and I hope that the thickness of it isn't going to impede getting this copper piece on, but we'll see. I think that's probably as mixed up as I need to have it, and I'll just put a tiny amount on. This is the last time anyone will see that piece of ebony, hopefully. And here we go. Wish me luck. needs to be. Let's give this a wipe. Lovely. Now the metal wood polish, it's the wood I'm concerned about, but that is as tight as it can possibly be, and in 15 minutes I should be able to handle it. But just to be on the safe side, I'll get a quick rub with the shellac. So we match, just the same on here. I'm not going to touch that. 72 hours. So I'll come back on, it's Wednesday now, I'll come back on Saturday and have a look at that. This I don't need anymore. I will keep the mixer. Right, for now, that is all we need to do in terms of the end piece, the copper end piece. And the silver cap here, I shall polish again, and that will go on the end, but not just yet. Now, the second batch of brushes are ready for colour. These again, as previously, have had 2 coats of red oxide primer and then 2 coats of white undercoat, sanding appropriately in between. What that was. Now these can be painted second generation using a brush of the appropriate colour. and those will sit here. So I like to start off with red, and so we shall. And there's the red sandpaper. See, it doesn't matter if the red goes on it, because it's going to be painted red. So we'll have a large red and a small red. And there we have two red. That can be washed, this can be dried. And as you can see, I've got plenty to do. So I'll catch up with you next time. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Bye bye for now.